Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us. I'm Peter Dubois.
And I'm Beth Jones. First tonight, today marked day 2 of the trial for a Brewer man accused of shaking his 6-week-old baby to death.
Our AJ Douglas has the latest.
Tuesday, the prosecution called members of the Maine State Major Crimes Unit to the stand. Jurors listened to several police interview recordings where Ronald Harding maintained his innocence. Harding agreed to participate in a police reenactment where officers returned to the scene to analyze the circumstances that led to Jaden's death. Defense attorney William Ash says medical providers diagnosed Jaden's injuries without performing additional blood tests to rule out other diseases that could have been mitigating factors. They pointed out a previous case handled by Deputy Chief Medical Examiner Liam Fonte, where Fonte changed a cause of death after receiving additional information.
They made a monster out of Ronald Harding. But the real monster in this case is something that humans have been dealing with forever, which is disease.
The prosecution revealed graphic photos of the infant's brain following the autopsy. Fonte explained the bruising on the back of Jaden's head, outside of the ear, and bleeding in the brain could not have been caused by an accidental impact, but rather was caused by shaken impact syndrome. The prosecution addressed Jaden's conflicting COVID-19 test results. Additional lab tests showed negative COVID-19 test results following Jaden's positive test while hospitalized. A neurologist previously testified that COVID-19 did not play a role in Jaden's death. In studio, AJ Douglas, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Well, the National Park Service is investigating vandalism on multiple hiking trails in Acadia National Park. The service says the graffiti, most of which involves red blazes spray painted on trees, rocks, and cairns, creates confusion for visitors who follow blue blaze markings established on unestablished hiking trails.
Maintenance team is working.
Officials say the red paint could encourage people who might not be familiar with the trails to go down potentially dangerous routes, and right now staff members are working to repair that damage.
We care deeply about this place. We know a lot of people do. And Acadia National Park is a place where people come to reconnect with nature and to reconnect with themselves. And it can be hard to do that when there's red spray paint across the trails that you're trying to enjoy. The maintenance team is working in conjunction with the visitor resource protection team. They are working to put together a plan to help restore the different trees and rocks that were affected by this vandalism.
Well, if you have any information, you can submit an anonymous tip, and you are asked, or encouraged rather, to submit that tip or call 207-288-8791.
A Bradford resident has shared safety concerns about a local pond. Our David Ledford has details.
I'm concerned about a little kid getting killed.
Patrick Murray has been advocating for the town of Bradford to install fencing around a local retention pond. The body of water is located behind the Bradford town office, and while the area is frozen now, Murray says the pond stretches 19 feet deep.
They rent that town office almost every weekend to people from out of town that wouldn't be aware of the pond. The other thing is the ball field. There's a soccer field and a baseball field about 50 feet away.
The town voted not to install fencing back in 2016, but Murray says the issue needs to be brought to wider public attention. However, some town officials say the responsibility of safety does not fall to them.
I can see it's a concern. I mean, parents need to be parents and watch their children. I mean, that's the responsibility of a parent. The town itself cannot be a parent to everyone. We can do the best we can. There was a vote. We listened to the people.
Bradford Town Manager Watoria Stevens says that many community members are happy to leave the retention pond alone, but Murray says this is due to a lack of awareness.
I've talked to many people right in Bradford that don't even know this exists. The more people that know, the safer it is.
Bradford Selectman Julie McCarthy and Vice Chair for the Bradford Select Board, Errol Hansen, both said they were concerned about the safety of the pond, but declined to be filmed. Town officials say that an article about the pond will be published in their next newsletter. In Bradford, David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Well, Maine Speaker of the House Rachel Talbot Ross is taking part in a 2-day visit to Washington, D.C. Speaker Talbot Ross was invited to participate in an historic convening of Black speakers from across the country as part of Black History Month. During the meeting, the speakers discussed the critical work they are doing in partnership with the Biden-Harris administration to deliver for working families in their respective states. According to the Maine Legislature's Office of the Speaker, Talbot Ross is a ninth-generation Mainer who has dedicated her career to public service and social justice. Talbot Ross is also the first Black woman to serve as Speaker of the Maine House.
Members of Maine's pharmacy industry took the floor Tuesday morning to celebrate Pharmacy Day inside the Maine State House. Matthew Jurancic has the story.
This is a chance for us to say pharmacy's growing, changing, developing. The students now that come here.
Students of Maine's pharmacy schools and the pharmacy community came together to celebrate Pharmacy Day inside the Maine State House.
We'd like our legislators to kind of have an idea of where what we're doing now and what they can do to support us as we support the state of Maine.
Husson University's student Olivia Moody and others are asking legislators to consider a bill allowing students to vaccinate anyone earlier in their training.
We would like to reduce that so we are able to get trained in the first year so people have better access to health care. We are able to let patients increase their accessibility when walking into a pharmacy, as well as reduce barriers.
Pharmacists and soon-to-be pharmacists were at the State House speaking to legislators on what they believe should be mentioned on the floor.
I feel like I'm making a big difference. I feel like advocating, talking to the legislators have allowed me to really voice my opinion, voice why this is important and what we're changing.
Penobscot Community Healthcare Executive Clinical Director Frank McGrady wants people to know how much the pharmacy industry has grown.
This gives us a chance to say, hey, ask me about what I do now. Ask me where pharmacy is now. Ask me how pharmacy can help our healthcare system, especially where we're losing so many of our doctors. We're not getting as many in the state of Maine. Pharmacy can play a big piece of that.
Maine Pharmacy Association's Executive Director Amy Downing says this is the first time in 3 years the event has been held in the Hall of Flags.
Through the pandemic, pharmacists really stepped up to the plate when it came to providing immunizations and providing some care. Pharmacists are a key player in community health care.
In Augusta, Matthew Jurancic reporting for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Well, a Maine congressman wants more answers about recent whale strandings on the East Coast. Representative Jared Golden is calling on the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, or NOAA, to give full transparency on their findings from the recent 18 whale strandings. He wants a deep dive into the causes of death, saying NOAA's current release of data is surface level, leaving the public to wonder, is it disease, vessel strikes, or lobster gear really killing these whales? In the letter written to the feds, Representative Golden says if lobster fishing is facing scrutiny for right whale entanglements, shouldn't all potential causes be weighed, including offshore wind development?
There shouldn't be any, kind of favoritism played here, where they're willing to target a small business community like our fishery, but unwilling to answer hard questions, perhaps about other priorities that they may have, either as a government or other organizations out there.
NOAA says its studies find no correlation between the whale strandings and offshore wind developments. This is consistent with other marine groups, which say the whale deaths are predominantly caused by ship strikes, and the number of strandings is consistent with previous years before offshore windmills were built. And taking a look.
All right. And now we're going to take things over and take a look at our first forecast and see what's coming our way.
Thank you so much, Beth. Our first weather is brought to you by Zulk. Since 2018, Zulk Tree Service has been providing top-notch arborist services to the greater Bangor region. Our reputation for quality and commitment to customer satisfaction speaks for itself. See for it today and give us a call today. Okay, folks, visibilities are low, and that's because we have some snow in the area. Still, visibility is close to half a mile, even less in some spots. Right now, even by the coast, we do have visibilities close to a mile. That means more of a moderate snow is falling, not really heavy just yet. Those darker blue colors, that's more moderate snow still in the region. Still a lot of way to go before the snow is set and done. We do have winter weather advisories out till around 9 a.m. on Wednesday. Winter storm warnings till around 4 a.m. just in our southern counties. Waterville, Augusta, same thing by the coast in Rockland. Tonight, though, snow showers will continue. Temperatures will continue to cool off and hovering in those lower 20s. Beth?
Alrighty, Conrad, thanks so much. We're certainly seeing it come down outside right now.
Yeah, and at a steady rate, too.
Indeed.
All right, well, still to come on Fox 22 News at 10. The state of Maine is in need of electricians, technicians, and engineers.
And the National Park Service will close certain trails in Acadia National Park to help ensure the success of peregrine falcon nesting. Those stories and more local news when we come right back.
Pond Hill Farms in Brooks, Maine offers 100% grass-fed beef in a variety of ways. Choose between individual cuts that are state-inspected and ready to pop in your fridge or freezer. If you're looking to stock up, Pond Hill Farms offer the option to purchase hanging weight by quarter, half, or whole. We also offer live cattle if you're looking to grow your own herd. Pond Hill Farms also offer rental cottages with spectacular views of the farm and the Maine outdoors. Whether you're looking for fresh Maine meat or a gorgeous place to vacation, Pond Hill Farms is the place to be.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. I was blind, but now I see.
Family owned and operating in the Bangor area for more than 10 years. Crosby's Welding is here to help you. We specialize in steel, stainless steel, and aluminum welding and fabrication. We serve many of the local industries from Maine lobstermen to the commercial trucking industry and everything in between. Fully mobile on-site construction services right down to custom signs and fire pits. Fast, friendly, reliable service. Give us a call today for a free estimate, 974-7815.
It is said that the eyes are the windows into the soul, which begs the question, can a window have a soul? At Renewal by Andersen, we think so. When it's a window forged from Fibrix and over 100 years of refined craftsmanship, the essence of who we are transforms into a superior, stunningly beautiful window. So yes, a window can have a soul. For a limited time, take advantage of this great offer. Find out why we are the better way to a better window. Renewal by Andersen.
It's an epic new season with weekly themes and a special new twist.
What? Somebody's messing with us.
The Masked Singer, Wednesday on Fox.
Coming up on Good Morning Maine, we'll hear from the new ownership of a popular Bangor restaurant. And plus, we'll hear a recap from a discussion yesterday in Bangor regarding the homeless situation and possible solutions for the near future. This, as well as your full radar weather forecast regarding all that snow, coming up next on Good Morning Maine.
Welcome back. A Bangor City Councilor voiced his thoughts about an important public issue during a Bangor Rotary Club meeting today. Jonathan Sprague spoke about homelessness in Bangor, not as a councilor, but rather as a concerned citizen. The talk was hosted by the Bangor Rotary Club, where Sprague is also a member. During the meeting, he spread awareness by highlighting the complexity of the issue.
A lot of people see people who are in the encampments around town and say, oh, well, that's our homelessness. So the idea that homelessness is one-dimensional is really not true at all. It has many, many facets.
Sprague stressed that homelessness can often be a silent struggle that's faced by many. While he did not speak on behalf of the council, Sprague says the city is implementing several strategies in hopes of addressing the issue.
Well, for anyone looking to switch careers, the state of Maine is in need of electricians, technicians, and engineers. Thanks to legislation from Governor Mills, such as the Maine Jobs and Recovery Plan and the Energy Office's Clean Energy Workforce Partnership, the state is gearing up to tackle clean energy issues for years to come. The initiatives aim to bring the number of clean energy jobs in Maine to 30,000 by the year 2030. Eastern Maine Community College Electrical Programs Department Chair Rick Reardon says the field is future-proof, pays strong wages, and is keeping Maine homes heated.
They're driving the economy right now. You've got to have electricians out there to do these installations because you have to pull a permit for them, and they have to be these systems have to be installed by licensed electricians.
Right.
And that's the law.
Well, through programs such as the one at Eastern Maine Community College, future journeyman electricians are able to earn the 576 education hours necessary to sit for the journeyman exam. Reardon says students in the program are able to work in the field while earning their education credits, allowing them to jump right into the field with thousands of hours of experience.
There's multiple pathways to getting the electrician's license. And if they get their education at one of the community colleges, and we have 7 campuses that offer electrician programs, 4,000 of those hours are comped.
Well, the field, like many others, does come with its ups and downs. The job can change every day, and you just might find yourself working outside in the wonderful weather that typically accompanies a Maine winter. But Reardon says he and many others in the electrical field find the work rewarding, and students agree.
Definitely, if you like working with your hands and like a challenge every now and then and having to think about stuff and reworking stuff, and it's pretty fun. It's not always fun, and it's not always not fun. It's kind of, you got to do the hard work to get to the fun work at the end kind of thing, but it's definitely worth it.
Well, those looking to apply to the program and get a head start into that career, you can head to EMCC's admission page at my.emcc.edu.
The National Park Service will close certain trails in Acadia National Park starting tomorrow to help ensure the success of peregrine falcon nesting. The Park Service will temporarily close areas including Jordan Cliffs Trail, Precipice Trail, and Valley Cove Trail effective March 1st until further notice to protect peregrine falcons from potential human disturbance or harassment during the nesting period. Research shows nesting peregrine falcons are especially vulnerable to human activity, which can disturb the adults and make them less attentive to the eggs or chicks. That can lead to temporary or permanent abandonment of the nest by the adults, leaving chicks like the one you see on your screen susceptible to hypothermia, starvation, and predation. There are signs at trailheads and trail junctions around the closed areas indicating where public entry is temporarily prohibited. The closed areas will reopen once park resource managers have determined if the peregrine falcon nesting attempts were successful or not. And here's hoping that those efforts do lend a helping hand to them and that all those baby falcons can grow
little
up.
Fuzzy guys right there.
Oh my gosh.
Well, and you also, like, if you follow the numbers each year, you know, they've certainly been successful in past years. So I think the efforts that are ongoing each year to keep those nests and those adults undisturbed are proving to be successful because they are seeing that regeneration of the population each year. So, you know, it's important to do.
Yeah, it's great to see those trends heading in the right direction and people also willing to oblige and, you know, stay off the trails for a little while in order to help them out.
Plenty of other trails to enjoy in the meantime.
Absolutely.
Alrighty, well, coming up on the 10 p.m. news on Fox 22, the 9 justices on the U.S. Supreme Court are considering arguments in the case against President Biden's proposed student debt relief program. And cleanup at the toxic spill site in East Palestine is still underway. The EPA continuing to say test levels are safe. We'll have those stories and much more after this.
Looking to buy or sell a home? The More True team of Better Homes and Gardens works throughout the state of Maine with both buyers and sellers with a focus on the greater Bangor area. Give the ladies of the More True team a call today or visit their Facebook page.
Here at Garrett's Auto Sales, we believe in fair prices, superior service, and always treating the customer right. We have a fantastic selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs to choose from, with some priced under $10,000. All our vehicles come with a complimentary 30-day warranty and can be seen at garrettsauto.com. Come see us at Garrett's Auto Sales, where we focus on you, the customer. We're located just 2 miles from the Brewer Walmart on Route 1A. We look forward to meeting you. Comfort Shoes and More will make winter easier. Next Grip men's and ladies' boots feature cutting-edge technology to make walkways a breeze. Corkers are made with interchangeable soles to conquer the roughest winter conditions. Navitec with the flip it and clip it spikes make you confident no matter what the conditions are. Bruce McDonald's trained podorthist will make sure the fit is perfect for you. See why thousands of people have trusted Comfort Shoes and More for all of their footwear. Take the drive today to Comfort Shoes and More in Newport.
Let's face it, getting training and experience is hard, but at Loring Job Corps, we can help. From certifications in automotive technology, obtaining your CDL, or learning building trades, we have you covered. Maybe you prefer joining the high-tech world of computer networking or cybersecurity. We have that as well. Don't delay, get in the driver's seat to your future today. And the best part, Loring Job Corps is free. Receive free training, free meals, and even free housing. Call or go to jobcorps.gov/Loring. Job Corps careers begin here.
News doesn't happen in a newsroom, it happens out here in our communities.
It's more than just the headlines, it's stories of regular people doing extraordinary things.
And every morning on Good Morning Maine, we'll bring you those unique stories.
Stories that you won't see anywhere else.
And no matter what your plans are, we'll keep you prepared with a look at your local weather forecast for the day ahead.
Better mornings start right here.
Weekday mornings starting at 6 on Fox 22's Good Morning Maine.
Looking to buy or sell a home? The More True team of Better Homes and Gardens works throughout the state of Maine with both buyers and sellers with a focus on the greater Bangor area. Give the ladies of the More True team a call today or visit their Facebook page.
There's one number you need to know. It's called Joe.
China has certainly been in the headlines here in the U.S. a lot recently between the spy balloon, TikTok, and just overall worsening tensions. Now Congress is looking at the threat of their communist government. Fox's Lauren Blanchard has the latest from Washington.
Tensions with China continue to grow worse. Now they're in the primetime spotlight on Capitol Hill.
The Select Committee will not allow the CCP to lull us into complacency or maneuver us into submission.
The House Select Committee on the Chinese Communist Party laying out their biggest concerns in a hearing Tuesday evening, but it wasn't without protest. Lawmakers say the problem is with the Chinese government and its policies, not its people.
We do not want a war with the PRC, not a Cold War, not a hot war. We seek a durable peace.
According to a Fox News poll, worry over China is a bipartisan issue. Many Americans watched as a spy balloon floated across the U.S. in early February. Now China is reportedly considering aiding Russia in its war in Ukraine.
China has been able to do is take advantage of crises elsewhere to advance their interests through coercion in other places.
Plus, the Energy Department now believes COVID-19 most likely came from a Chinese lab leak, as there are concerns the U.S. is falling far behind China.
We need to face the fact that we have helped to feed the baby dragon of the CCP.
Now the clock is ticking for TikTok. The administration has ordered the Chinese-owned app must be removed from all federal government devices by the end of March.
It gives the Chinese Communist Party the ability to manipulate our social discourse.
FBI Director Christopher Wray said his agency has somewhere around 2,000 active investigations involving the Chinese government. In Washington, Lauren Blanchard, Fox News.
Cleanup at the toxic spill site in East Palestine is resuming, and the EPA continues to say test levels are within safe parameters. Most residents, however, don't buy it. Fox's Alexis McAdams has more from East Palestine.
After a brief pause, the cleanup has resumed at this toxic spill site in East Palestine, Ohio. And on Tuesday, the head of the EPA took another look at the cleanup. This is now the third time EPA Administrator Michael Regan has been on the ground in Ohio. Last time he was in town, he drank the tap water to try and show residents it was safe. Now at the site of the crash itself, which is still covered in dangerous debris.
I can promise that as this community continues to look forward, we're going to be here every step of the way for as long as it takes. We aren't going anywhere.
It's been almost a month since the Norfolk Southern freight train derailed, contaminating the area with toxic chemicals. The EPA claims both the air and water are safe, but some locals are still complaining about chemical smells and ongoing health issues.
I do question, the people getting rashes and stuff like that, what is causing it. They are saying everything's safe, and we're taking them at their word, but we need to get to the bottom of what's happening.
Federal officials are now sending the contaminated soil to EPA-approved dump sites in and around Ohio. The EPA is going door to door to test the air quality in town. Right now, the agency insists that the air quality here is normal.
This is new. This is not normal. This is not something that was there before. So we're concerned that that is what is making its way into our wells.
Congress is now planning hearings on this spill, and the CEO of Norfolk Southern will be asked to testify. Reporting in East Palestine, Ohio, I'm Alexis McAdams, Fox News.
Meanwhile, testimony in both House and Senate hearings Tuesday showing lawmakers are split on U.S. assistance to Ukraine. While some continue to question whether helping Kyiv is in America's best interests, others are pressing the Biden administration to do more to stop dragging out the conflict. Fox's Mark Meredith has more from Washington.
More than a year after Russia invaded Ukraine, and Kyiv stands firm. Experts say the more than $100 billion of U.S. assistance has been essential in Ukraine's fight, covering everything from military equipment to humanitarian assistance. But now both House Democrats and Republicans are demanding accountability.
How do we feel right now in time about providing all the assistance we've provided to Ukraine?
There's no evidence that the Ukrainians are diverting it to the black market or some other thing else.
In the Senate's Armed Services Committee, lawmakers gathering information about Ukraine's most recent request for U.S. fighter jets.
Is there any point in our training beginning to train the Ukrainian pilots on F-16s at this point?
I would be training them on everything we've got. Get ahead of the game instead of behind the game.
Concerns about Ukraine now tangled up in Congress over China.
I would say that if they did intervene right now, it would fill a critical gap for the Russians for the next several months.
But with billions already spent and the war ongoing, one key Democrat says voters have concerns.
Why are we spending money? But a lot of constituents ask the question, what's all this got to do with me?
If countries like Russia are allowed to go on the march to swallow up their neighbors, the rule of law will be replaced with the rule of the jungle.
A bipartisan delegation recently visited both Poland and Romania to see firsthand how the U.S. military is tracking the weapons it's providing to Ukraine. In Washington, Mark Meredith, Fox News.
Meanwhile, prosecutors in the double murder trial of Alec Murdaugh began their rebuttal after the defense rests its case. Fox's Jonathan Siri has more.
My understanding of what he told me was that he checked them before he called 911.
Prosecutors call Alec Murdaugh's former law partner and close friend Ronnie Crosby to the stand as they begin their rebuttal to the defense in the double murder trial of the disgraced attorney. Crosby challenging Murdaugh's testimony from last week, where he claimed to have checked his wife Maggie and son Paul's pulses while on the phone with 911. The defense later tried to discredit Crosby's testimony during a fiery exchange over whether or not he was angry with Murdaugh for stealing money from their law firm.
You are dead wrong if you think I've come in here and told this jury something because of money. When we're talking about two people who were brutally murdered, then you're headed in the wrong direction.
You think he did it?
I don't have an opinion. I don't have the benefit of the materials you have.
Prosecutors also called Dr. Ellen Reamer back to the stand. She's the pathologist who performed the autopsies on the victims. On Monday, a different pathologist, one hired by the defense, testified, saying the bullet that killed Paul entered the back of his head and would have left significant residue on the shooter. Dr. Reamer, who previously testified the shot went into Paul's neck, reaffirmed her original testimony.
This is a shotgun wound to the left shoulder that's going up to the right side of the head.
Later this week, jurors are expected to be taken to the scene of the murders before closing arguments begin. In Atlanta, Jonathan Searing, Fox News.
Well, coming up in sports, Orono boys hoops getting ready for their first gold ball game since 1996.
We'll hear from the team about the big game right after the break.
Will any of the Final Four celebrities make it to the end?
They're going to be in for a very rude awakening.
Special Forces World's Toughest Test. Season finale Wednesday on Fox.
Silver Fox Automotive is a family-owned and operated company with more than 30 years of experience. We are originally from the county and offer competitive prices and promise you will be completely satisfied with our work. We offer a stress-free experience to both our new and returning customers. We only use parts from reputable brands to ensure your vehicle is safe to drive. Here at Silver Fox, there will always be a friendly face to greet you. Come see us at 2004 Audlin Road in Herman.
Did you know that an alpaca item is the most wish-listed gift idea? Stop searching for that perfect gift and start shopping for it at the Blue Alpaca in Belfast. It doesn't matter who's on your gift list, the Blue Alpaca has something for everyone with an incredible selection of alpaca socks, hats, sweaters, even stuffed animals, and more. Shop in-store or online and take advantage of their free nationwide shipping. Too much to choose from? Don't worry, the Blue Alpaca also offers gift cards. The Blue Alpaca, feel the difference.
ABC7, Fox 22, and Next Home Experience want to send you to see the professional bull riders performing March 10th, 11th, and 12th at the Cross Insurance Center in Bangor. Register to win 2 tickets at our website. Come out of the gate hot this year. With selling your home, like riding a bull, the market can be a bumpy ride, but our Next Homies are here to make it as smooth as possible. Get your tickets, get looped, and get sold. With Next Home Experience, your humans over houses realtors.
The Toyota Highlander. You'll value its quiet, smooth ride, surprising appointments, spacious, luxurious interior, and its superior safety credentials. But what you might value most about Highlander right now is its value for the money. Save up to $1,400 with special 3.99% financing on Highlander at your New England Toyota dealer, your all-wheel drive headquarters. Toyota, let's go places.
When animals are in danger.
This gentleman's bunnies ate his drugs.
Really? What kind?
Floppy-eared, fluffy.
No, the drugs. What kind of drugs?
One team.
We just got a 911 on a bear. Get this in a hot tub.
Did he turn the jets on?
Answers the call.
Oh, he's got a crazy look in his eye. Holy. It's huge. You grab the head.
Wait,
right
you grab
here.
the head.
No, you grab it.
Joel McHale.
You're fucking me now.
Animal Control. Thursdays on Fox or watch anytime on Hulu.
Well, the 9 justices on the U.S. Supreme Court are considering arguments they heard Tuesday about President Biden's plan to wipe out hundreds of billions of dollars in student loan debt. Fox's Shannon Bream has the latest from Washington.
We deal with congressional statutes every day that are really confusing. This one is not.
But that is the heart of the debate. Whether or not the HEROES Act, passed in 2003 to ease student loan payment obligations on those deployed in the wake of 9/11, gives the Biden administration authority not only to pause student loan payments, as was initially done under the Trump administration, but to also wipe out roughly $400 billion in principal, all with the stroke of a pen.
I think most casual observers would say if you're going to give up that much amount of money, if you're going to affect the obligations of that many Americans on a subject that's of great controversy, they would think that's something for Congress to act on.
The Biden administration argues Congress did act, that the law in question provided the pathway for Education Secretary Miguel Cardona to step in the face of the COVID emergency. Justice Kagan seems to agree.
We worry about executive power when Congress hasn't authorized the use of executive power. Here, Congress has authorized the use of executive power in an emergency situation. We're in that sphere where the executive is acting with congressional authorization.
In Washington, Shannon Bream, Fox News.
Well, many of us enjoy peanut butter, but for some, it can be dangerous and even deadly. Fox's Jackie Ibanez takes a look at the groundbreaking research looking to provide relief and safety to those with peanut allergies.
Hope could be on the horizon for those suffering from severe peanut allergies. Scientists at Indiana University School of Medicine have created an injection designed to prevent peanut-related anaphylaxis, a potentially deadly allergic reaction that can cause difficulty breathing, shock, and more.
So anaphylaxis is caused by the interactions of an allergen with an antibody called IgE on the surface of immune cells. And when the allergen binds, those cells then release a lot of mediators into the body to cause the anaphylactic reaction. What we developed was an inhibitor that blocks the interaction of peanut allergens with the antibodies that are on the surface of the immune cells.
Peanut allergies are one of the most common food allergies, affecting roughly 1 in 50 kids in the U.S. So far, researchers have only tested their injection on animals, but the results are proving positive.
That inhibitor works for up to 2 weeks once it's injected into one of the test animals.
Officials hope to begin human trials in the next 5 to 10 years.
One of the next steps is to do more detailed toxicology analysis and make sure that it's safe to put into patients. If those look promising, we would then apply for FDA approval to do clinical trials so that we could test for safety and efficacy.
Long-term, researchers also want to develop injections to prevent allergic reactions to things like penicillin. Jackie Ibanez, Fox News.
Well, switching gears now, a dog in Aroostook is rescued over the weekend after somehow surviving the night outside in sub-zero temperatures. Brad Rogers shows us the extraordinary steps a law enforcement agency took to save Gabby.
I don't know. I just love animals. Really do.
Barbara Larkin remembers the day she rescued Stella and Gabby from the animal shelter.
Yet they were both at the pound when we went there. The other one was going to be euthanized. And I said, no, she's not.
And you rescued both of them?
Yeah.
Now, 12 years later, little Gabby would need to be rescued again.
She had to go to the bathroom, so I let her out. But she usually goes and comes back when it's cold, you know.
With temperatures below zero Friday night, Gabby wandered off and ended up being out all night in the freezing cold.
I hollered for her and I said, Gabby, where are you? I kept saying, Gabby, where are you? Where could you be?
Gabby had wandered about 200 yards from her home and ended up here on Aroostook Road, where she was spotted by a passerby. Deputy Mark Anderson came out to see if he could find the dog and heard a whimper. That's when he realized Gabby was stuck in this ditch and she couldn't climb out.
There was this poor old dog that was lying in the bottom of the ditch.
He could see where Gabby tried to claw her way out of the ditch, but couldn't. She was shivering and couldn't stand up.
This dog was just as gentle and sweet, and it allowed me to pick it up.
He then drove the dog to the communication center to a pair of dog-loving dispatchers.
It reminded me of a movie or something. He's like, I got the dog, I'm coming in, I need your guys' help.
Pushed me aside, brought the dog. They had already had blankets ready for the dog.
Had a small little heater that we were able to set up near that to kind of warm the space up some for it.
Sean Merrill then warmed his chicken pot pie from the fridge for the dog.
Put that plate in front of it, and I think it was gone within, 30 seconds?
Yeah.
It
yep.
Definitely, we saw some life come right into it as soon as it started to eat, so that was a good sign.
When she came in, I definitely didn't have much hope. Once I saw her eating, I feel like she was going to make it.
Deputy Anderson went back out and found the dog's owner. A few hours later, Gabby was back home where she belongs.
When she come walking in that door.
Same old Gabby.
Oh, yeah. I said, oh, Gabby, there you are. Thanks a million for helping that dog, because I don't know what I had done if something was happened to her, you know.
Oh my goodness.
That is nothing short of a miracle right there. An older dog,
yeah,
sparse coated like that. She's not real furry at all.
Right.
Out in those temperatures. Oh, thank God law enforcement acted as quickly as they did.
Yeah, it really just melts my heart to see the efforts that they put in to make sure that not only did they get her out of the snowbank, but kind of nurse her back to health.
You have the Good Samaritans at dispatch pitching in your dinner.
Yeah, seriously,
yeah.
Going above and beyond there. So yeah. I'm sure that was a much appreciated meal too. And
I'm sure it was.
So glad that Gabby's back with her owner.
Oh God, I was anxious just watching that.
Seriously, me too. I'm so glad there was a happy ending there.
Alrighty, well, we have Conrad coming back with the full 5 days. Stay with us.
It's a winter wonderland outside. We do have some snow in the region, some pretty moderate snow at that, but more snow is on the way. It's actually going to be a very active weather week this week. How much snow are we going to get, and when will that arrive? Once again, I'll have the answers coming up.
Where will your new Chevy take you this year? Anywhere. Find new experiences, find new roads. Get 2.99% financing for 5 years on all 2022 Silverado 1500 pickups, or get $1,250 cash allowance on this Silverado with a 2.7-liter engine. Plus, current Chevy owners get an additional $2,500 cash allowance.
When you've experienced fire and smoke damage in your home, when pipes break and you have water everywhere, when you're concerned about your family's health because of mold, you need a friendly face to take care of it all. You need the friendly faces of Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration. We're just a click or call away. Whatever life throws at you, Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration is here for you. Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration. You keep the memories, we'll handle the rest.
Rowell's Garage has been serving customers in the greater Dover-Foxcroft region since 1946. Our goal is not just selling you a vehicle, but also giving you quality service to maintain your vehicle at peak performance. Browse our inventory online or in person. Whether it's a car, truck, or SUV, we can put you in the vehicle that is right for you. Sales, service, and parts. Rowell's Garage. Doing business the right way every day.
With the state of the bloodline in question, how will Roman Reigns handle the situation with Jey Uso? An all-new Friday Night SmackDown, live at 8 Eastern, 7 Central on Fox.
Our main weather is brought to you by the Blue Alpaca Ranch and Store. Visit our ranch and meet the alpacas or shop in our store in downtown Belfast. All right, folks, we made it. The snow event has arrived. Be careful out there, though, as road conditions are still in pretty poor shape. We do have winter weather advisories out till around 9 a.m. Tomorrow, and same story for those winter storm warnings. They are actually going to expire just tad bit earlier till around 4 a.m. Waterville, Augusta, same thing. By the coast into Rockland, as several more inches of snow will be piling up. Those darker blue colors are setting up just west of town right now. That's going to continue to push this way, so we will all get in on those moderate bands of snow. And then by tomorrow morning, things finally start to clear out. But not for long, though. Another system is right behind it. Even Boston got in on a little bit of snow. One of my buddies lives just outside of town, said it's been snowing all day, but it's not really accumulating as temperatures slightly above freezing. So, of course, it's hard for all that snow to pile up. Here in town, though, temperatures are well below freezing, so everything is sticking. Tonight, same story. We're looking at snow lingering till those morning hours, maybe around the morning rush. That's when the snow is finally going to be moving out. Then we're in the clear just a few hours once again. Overnight, we do get some more snow on the way. And then on Thursday, looks like possibly a little bit of rain will be mixing in. In general, though, for the most part, this will be an all-snow event with a little bit of rain mixing on in as temperatures rise into those mid to even upper 30s in some spots. So we're looking at an additional maybe 1 to 3 inches for tonight. And then Thursday, an additional maybe 1 to 2, maybe even 3 inches in some spots. And then it gets really interesting by Saturday as a stronger low-pressure system moves on in. Winds are starting to calm down right now, so that's not really a main topic at the moment, but they will start to pick up once again. Rockland, though, on the other hand, 18-mile-an-hour sustained winds. That means wind gusts closer to 30. It is blowing around some of that snow. They are under a winter storm warning. Windy conditions, pretty moderate snow. Yeah, not the best driving conditions, folks. Please be careful. Temperatures, though, wow, it's been looking nice for the southern part of the country. Not really here. New York City, it's been frigid there. Their average should be in the 40s. They were only in the 30s today. Of course, here in town, we're in the 20s, but lots of warm weather making its way up north. Even Chicago was in on some 50s earlier today. Our high temperatures were only in those upper 20s, some low to even mid-20s up north. So, of course, the snow is sticking around. It's very icy outside. Please be careful, folks. Tonight, temperatures will be hovering close to 20 degrees. We're looking at snow still lingering in the area. Pretty calm winds here in town. By the coast, by Rockland, much stronger winds. Tomorrow, though, morning snow showers. Temperatures start to rise as we have some decreasing clouds throughout the day. Our extended forecast outlook does show the next snow event moving in on Thursday. We're in the clear for Friday, and guess what? Round 3 arrives once again into the weekend, especially into Saturday with several possible more inches of snowfall on the way. Beth?
So if you're somebody who skips the workout on the weekend, oh well, shoveling is in your future.
Absolutely. It sure is for all of us.
Yes.
All right. Well, sports is coming up next with Tyler Cruz. Stay with us for that.
There was no salt or sand.
And because of that, I slipped and fell.
When snow or ice isn't removed, you need a powerful law firm to go after every dollar you may deserve.
I needed to protect my rights.
Cases like this require resources and experience.
Over 25,000 victories for injured Mainers and more than $500 million collected for Maine families.
I never thought I'd get that much.
The law offices of Joe Bornstein. Maine lawyers working for Maine people.
Since 1950, Fairhaven Camps, located in Brooks, Maine, has provided quality Christian summer camping experiences to young people from Maine and beyond. At Fairhaven Camps, we empower youth from ages 6 through 17 to seek the truth of the gospel of Jesus Christ. Fairhaven Camps offers day or overnight camps as well as horsemanship and wilderness camps. Fairhaven Camps is now hiring for summer staff and accepting registration for campers. To sign up, apply, or donate, please visit www.fairhavencamps.org or call us today. Come try one of our daily specials at Pat's Pizza in Hamden.
Tuesday, spaghetti or ziti with meatballs or sausage, only $5.50.
Wednesday, large one-topping pizza, only $8.50.
Thursday, get an oven-baked wrap for only $6.
Friday is fish and fries for only $8.
And Saturday, get a small one-item pizza with a fountain soda, only $8.
Bring the family to Pat's Pizza, 662 Main Road, North Hamden.
Let's celebrate winter by spending the day outdoors. Join us at Hirundo Wildlife Refuge for our Winter Fun Day, Saturday, March 4th from 10 till 2 for a day of activities you won't want to miss, including ice sculpting and the popular ice fishing with Hooked On Fishing program. Have you ever wanted to enter a biathlon or try your hand at curling or snowshoeing? Now is your chance. Enjoy food and drink while visiting activity booths. Learn more about nature and some of the signs of the season. For tickets and more information, go to hirundomaine.org. Tonight's Sports is brought to you by Ansley Moore, a realtor since 2013, working throughout the state of Maine with both buyers and sellers with a focus on the greater Bangor area.
Welcome back in, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. Let's start on the hardwood on Saturday. Orono boys basketball heads down to the Cross Insurance Arena in Portland for the Class B state final against Oceanside with the hopes of bringing a gold ball back for the first time in over 40 years. Ryan Sudol has more.
I can't believe we're going to finally prove everybody that didn't believe that wrong. It was awesome.
Orono boys basketball are regional champions for the first time in 27 years. They'll play for a gold ball against Oceanside in the Class B final.
Kind of a big deal for the community, big deal for us. We're really excited and hoping to just go down and get our jobs done.
All the hard work that everybody puts in the off season, we put it together and put the chemistry with it and came out here and won.
The Red Riots defeated top seed Ellsworth in the final, a team that beat them by 30 in last year's game. To get it done against them made it that much sweeter.
It's really nice to just kind of biggest game of the year, biggest game of my high school career, just finally get them out of the way.
It was great to get it done against them, but it was really the focus to just get it done in general. Everybody just had the mindset, we can win this game, we just got to do what we got to do.
And what they did was run, run, and run. Orono's ball movement and speed has been their X factor all year long. Not many teams come close to keeping up.
It's easy for us to run when we have so many athletes, so many guys that can run, so we try and strive for that.
And they're going to need every bit of that speed and more against Oceanside, a team that puts up around 80 points a game.
I think our big plan is to make sure that we get hands on those shots because we know they're going to make some. They're good players. So defense is another priority, and it always will be, and we're just going to go out there and try to get it done.
And if they were to get it done and win their first gold ball since 1981,
I'm sure Orono would be out there for us, waiting for us to get back here.
We've always talked about it growing up. It's like something we've always dreamed of, so it'd be amazing.
We've put in so much work this year and over the past couple of years to get to this point, and we don't want to let it slip away.
In Orono, I'm Ryan Sudol, ABC 7, Fox 22 Sports.
All right, that game at 2:45 in Portland on Saturday. We will have all those highlights for you then. Let's stay on the hardwood now. As the America East women's basketball season wrapped up over the weekend, the conference's yearly awards were announced on Tuesday. And for the second straight year, Maine has the conference's Player of the Year. This season, sophomore Adriana Smith won the nod. Smith had an unbelievable season. She led the conference in scoring, 18.5 points a game, rebounding, 9.5 boards a game, and she led them in double-doubles, notching her 15th this past weekend. She's also the first player in 29 years who averaged 20 points and 10 boards a game against America East opponents in conference play. So congratulations to her. Looking forward to see what they can do in the postseason as Maine women's basketball tips off their postseason on Wednesday in the quarterfinal round of the America East tournament. Last year, the Black Bears went in as regular season champs. They're still one of the contenders this year, but things are a little bit different. Let's check out that bracket. The Black Bears head in as the 3 seed. They will host Binghamton in the quarterfinal round. Now, should either Vermont lose to Bryant or Albany lose to UMass Lowell, Maine will host their semifinal round. However, if Albany and Vermont win, Maine will head to Albany for the semifinals in a rematch of last year's championship. If Lowell were to beat Albany, Maine would host the winner of NJIT and UMBC, while Vermont hosts Lowell, and vice versa. If Bryant beats Vermont, they'll go to Albany, and Maine will still host UMBC or NJIT. Let's stay with Maine hoops. The men are not quite in the playoffs yet. They've got one more test, and that's Tuesday night against Bryant. Bulldogs beat the Black Bears earlier in the month, so Maine, they're out looking for revenge against the first-year America East team. Last regular season game. First half, Getty Yusupaitis with it. Over to Christian Fierbergs. He buries that corner three. And now it's Kellen Tynes. He gets it on the corner, heads to the inside. A nice pass to Fierbergs, and he finishes 4-2. Now here are the Bulldogs. Sharif Gross-Bullock out to Antoine Walker. He's going to bury that three-pointer right there. And then end of the first. Look at this pass from Jaden Clayton through the legs of the defender over into Milos Nanatic, and he finishes that. And in the second, here's Yusupaitis finishing the break with authority. Maine wins a close one. They actually won at the buzzer, 66-64. All right, now time for some baseball. It may not look like it, it may not feel like it, but spring is just around the corner. Opening day for the Sea Dogs is just 5 weeks away, with FanFest set for April 4th at the Expo. This will be the Sea Dogs' 30th season of baseball here in Portland and 20 as the Red Sox AA affiliate. The Dogs, who are coming off of a very successful season, should have another bumper crop of talent this year. We spoke with team president Jeff Iacusa earlier about how FanFest is a great way for the players and the fans to connect off the field.
It's really kind of a great way as well to kind of let the players ease into their experience here in Portland and get to know the fans and showcase us as fans as well, just about how great the community is and how much support we have for our team.
All right, looking forward to baseball season. Not too long until all that white stuff goes away outside. That's all the time we have for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
Comfy, cozy, relaxing. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find rockers, recliners, sofas, and easy chairs. Quality furniture, affordable prices. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
We begin in the Pendleton Whiskey Buck and Shoot.
Ryan Solo has a lot of intensity.
The kick on this. Yeah. Get to the ace. Come on. All day long.
Let's face it, getting training and experience is hard, but at Loring Job Corps, we can help. From certifications in automotive technology, obtaining your CDL, or learning building trades, we have you covered. Maybe you prefer joining the high-tech world of computer networking or cybersecurity. We have that as well. Don't delay, get in the driver's seat to your future today. And the best part, Loring Job Corps is free. Receive free training, free meals, and even free housing. Call or go to jobcorps.gov/Loring. Job Corps careers begin here.
Rowell's Garage has been serving customers in the greater Dover-Foxcroft region since 1946. Our goal is not just selling you a vehicle, but also giving you quality service to maintain your vehicle at peak performance. Browse our inventory online or in person. Whether it's a car, truck, or SUV, we can put you in the vehicle that is right for you. Sales, service, and parts. Rowell's Garage, doing business the right way every day.
Your favorite restaurants were half off. It's half off dining from Fox 22 and ABC 7. Go to foxbangor.com, click on half off dining, and start saving now.
Located at 84 Main Street in Fairfield at Belanger's Drive-In, we've gone out of our way to make sure there's something to satisfy every kind of appetite. With more than 85 items on our menu, prepared daily with the freshest ingredients. It may be hard to choose, but it's impossible to end up hungry.
Great restaurants from all over Eastern Maine at half off dining from Fox 22 and ABC 7.
Durable, sturdy, stylish. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find solid wood, built to last, made in Maine dressers, bureaus, and nightstands. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
Adama Sanogo leads the Huskies against Caleb Daniels and the Wildcats.
What vision?
UConn, Villanova, Saturday at 7 Eastern on Fox Primetime Hoops.
Welcome back. Uncle Henry's is something of a Maine staple. The Swap and Sell booklet is filled with antiques, gadgets, and other items Mainers didn't know they wanted or even needed. As Jody Hersey tells us, bargain hunters everywhere love scouring the book's pages for those hard-to-find treasures.
I think like anything else, I mean, you've got that Yankee ingenuity. We've got to recycle things.
What better place to find Maine creativity at work than the bargain paradise that exists within the pages of the Uncle Henry's publication? This weekly black and white booklet, started by a man named Henry Fowler in 1970, is filled with hundreds of items for sale, trade, or even free for the taking.
Free for the taking. And it's always been a very popular category. So, it could be anything. I have a couch on the side of the road I want to get rid of. I just put it in free for the taking. Sometimes you'll see barn cats, those kinds of things. I've got firewood. I cut down 3 trees. They're sitting on the side of the lot. I need to get rid of them. You want to come get them, you can have them.
Those who peruse Uncle Henry's will also come across things they never expected.
So we've had coffins and burial plots, which are kind of a weird, morbid thing to talk about selling, but it happens. You've got, anything that comes out from somebody's estate, any kind of oddball type of thing.
Kevin Webb, president of Uncle Henry, says there's only one rule when it comes to this Swap and Sell publication. All items listed must be legal. Whether you enjoy the tangible book or even the online version, Webb says the premise of the publication still rings true today.
So we want there to be, both on the print and the online, we want there to be that experience of hunting for something, of searching for something, like going to a yard sale.
In Augusta, I'm Jody Hersey for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Well, finally tonight, a Portland bar is in the national spotlight over claims that it's haunted. Andy's on Commercial Street in the Old Port is featured in an 8-part series of a show called Repossessed, which is about allegedly haunted objects. In the case of Andy's, the owners say it's the pool table that's drawing a lot of attention, so the show came to Andy's for a shoot. The owners describe how the pool table is haunted and say its customers are hearing things as well.
We hear noises from the pool table when nobody's playing, and it can sound like people playing. You'll hear pool balls that connect with other pool balls, or the sound thereof, or where you'll actually hear the mechanics of the table, like the coin, not the, well, like it would if the coin slid, the ka-chunk, ka-chunk, and balls drop, and there'll be nobody playing.
Certainly some spooky stuff there. He says he and customers have reported someone touching or nudging them when there's no one there, and he claims to have surveillance video of things flying off shelves. Repossessed is streaming right now on Hulu and on the History Channel. Certainly a fun watch for anyone who's ever maybe even been in there, or maybe a cool opportunity to go check it out yourself.
Just don't stand around the pool table by yourself.
Yeah, right? Seriously.
All right, folks, that's going to do it for us. Take care and good night.
Good night, everyone.
For more local news coverage, switch over to our sister station, ABC 7, right now for ABC 7 News at 11.
Silver Fox Automotive is a family-owned and operated company with more than 30 years of experience. We are originally from the county and offer competitive prices and promise you will be completely satisfied with our work. We offer a stress-free experience to both our new and returning customers. We only use parts from reputable brands to ensure your vehicle is safe to drive. Here at Silver Fox, there will always be a friendly face to greet you. Come see us at 2004 Audlin Road in Herman.
Their price, $30,000. Your price, $20. Can you tell the difference? Even expert jewelers have a difficult time distinguishing the diamond Z4 CZ from mine diamonds because of their similarity. This exquisite ring features a flawless simulated diamond center stone of 2 3/4 carats, surrounded by over 1 1/4 carats of round and tapered flawless baguettes. One jewelry industry professional marveled at their beauty and brilliance.
It's exceedingly rare to see such flawless stones.
He's right. Comparable solitaires made of diamonds can cost up to $30,000.